everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maphonga, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about time management and how to live the best of our lives. But before I get into the video, in my previous video, if you haven't seen, make sure you go back. I mentioned that you guys should DM me what you think of my previous video and what you want to see in my other videos. Some of you did, which I'm grateful for, and most of you asked for a Q&A because my previous video wasn't really an introductory video. So a Q&A about myself, and the rest of you asked for story times. So for the Q&A video, it will definitely come, and I think make sure to follow me on my Instagram. I'm going to put up a poll there on what you guys want to know, and then you can ask me questions. Then in my next video, I'll be answering those questions. Then for the story time, make sure you're specific when you're telling me what stories you want to hear about, because I think at my age, there are a lot of stories I'd want to tell you guys. So you tell me like a topic, and then I'll pick what's relevant to be told. Yes, so without wasting much of the time, let's get into today's video. So okay, so we're literally just getting deeper with the term know yourself. I know most of us have heard this term actually at schools, like you should be knowing yourselves, know yourself, know yourself. Okay, so this is like, it's really important to know yourself, because this way you'll be able to manage your time. So firstly, before managing your time, you need to make sure you have these two elements: self-discipline and priorities. Because without self-discipline, you won't be able to follow your timetable or your to-do list. But then if you've got self-discipline and if you've got priorities, you make sure that those priorities are set and those priorities are done. So firstly, you need to figure out the things you want to do and things you have to do. There are two different things. There are things you want to do and things you have to do. On the things you have to do, examples can be chores, writing an assignment, studying for an exam or test, picking up your siblings from school. All those are things you need or have to do. But things you want to do can be things like going to the movies, watching a movie at home, visiting a friend. And make sure when you're making your to-do list, include things you want to do and have to do. Because if you just put things you have to do, you're most likely not going to follow everything, because it's already boring. And most things we have to do are not things we really want to, so it's not really fun, but we have to do them. So you're better off including everything, and that way you'll be able to make it more interesting. So put things you want to do and put things you have to do in your to-do list. The next thing I'm talking about is the importance of managing your time. So managing your time will help you not just move with the wind, like your friend calls you, no, let's go this, you do this, no, come do this, you do this, you do this. By the time you realize the day has finished and you haven't done anything productive. So it also helps you avoid being stressed. Most of us have a lot of things to do, especially if you're in university or in college, but a lot of things to do. So if you manage your time and okay, today I'm going to do these things and tomorrow these things, you'll be less stressed, because I'll do them at some point. And then it also helps you do everything you want to do. I mean everything, because you set a time, like from this hour to this hour I'll be doing this, and from this hour to this hour I'll be doing this, from this hour to this I'll be doing this. So you can do everything you want to do. It also helps you do everything you have to do. Then the other point is it helps you stay at the top of your game in all areas: spiritually, academically, socially. I mean, if you've got the time that you're going to be praying and that you're going to go to church, and then in the same 24 hours, you're going to set time to visit your friends. At the same time, you're going to set time to study. So, I mean, you're doing everything. I mean, Then it also helps you be an organized person. Like, I mean, it goes back to the point of not just moving with the wind. You're organized, you've got your priorities straight, and you're finding a way to deal with everything and everything. So you can do this by either writing it down in a book or your note app on your phone. Personally, I use my note app, but if I'm in a place where I can't use my phone, I can use my notepad. Like in boarding school, if you're a boarder, you can use your book But if you're in the world, okay, I was about to say world, but if you are in the world, you can use your phone, because that means you're going to be moving with it all the time, and it's portable. Then, oh, you need to do this every time. Personally, I do this every time. That's where the priorities and self-discipline comes in. 24 hours in a day, and with already things that are like naturally set for most of us. Okay, not all of us, I can't talk on behalf of everybody, but like most of us, there are already things that we have to do, like time for breakfast, time for lunch, and time for supper. So already like 3 hours, let's just say 1 hour for each. Already 3 hours have already been subtracted from the 24 hours. So even as you're making your to-do list, make sure it's realistic as possible so that you follow it. Don't overload it with halves, because halves are mostly boring. So make sure you put some ones here and there to make it interesting. Oh, and if this is going to work, you need a fixed time to wake up. So if you have your fixed time like at 8, you'll be able to set like, okay, so from 8 to 9, you'll probably be doing the usuals, which is maybe praying or freshening up or doing chores. But if you're going to do chores, you're going to add maybe an extra hour. Then you can start everything else from there. But because if you just wake up at any time, you will be disturbing, unless you have nothing to put on your to-do list, or if only your halves are maybe 1 and your ones are 1, you can wake up at 12. I mean, you know what you're doing. So the best time to make your to-do list is preferably in the morning when you wake up, or the evening before for the next day. Personally, I do it in the evening before, and then if anything comes up, I add them on in the morning and during the day. And you know, most of us are dependent, so there are things that just come up, like you've been sent, and maybe something that you did forget to put on your to-do list, or maybe a new activity in your class group, so you might need to adjust your timetable. So because of such things, make sure you add an extra hour for in case, like for emergencies. If nothing happens, you get that hour free. So that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something. Time management isn't a thing to talk about like really fast, so I've tried to put everything I can put right there, but then I think we'll have a part 2 of this video depending on what you guys think about this one. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Make sure you join the family and follow me on my Instagram at Maphonga99 to be able to contribute and be an active participant in this family. Yeah, so see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.